That one they've announced, the River show. Hold on, let me look and see what it's called. Hey Disney friends, it's Amber with MickeyTravels. I've got a part 2 of a frequently asked question video for you. I did one about a year ago, but I've been doing this for about 3 years now and have compiled a list of things that I get asked all the time, and some of those are different from the first time I did the video. So I thought I'd do another one for you. I've got about 10 to 15 questions here, and I'll run through them as quickly as possible, try to give you as much detail. And then of course, if there's anything else you need answered that isn't mentioned in this video, comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you, or you can visit my Facebook page or email me, and I try to be as prompt as possible with my clients. Okay, and a lot of these are going to be very specific to some of the new things that are happening at the Walt Disney World Resort, but one of the first questions I get is, do you only book Walt Disney World vacations? I book anything that is a Disney destination. So Walt Disney World, Disneyland, the Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney, and then Aulani in Hawaii. So feel free to contact me for information about booking those, and I can help with the same planning services I do with my Walt Disney World vacation. Everything else I have on here is going to be geared toward Walt Disney World, so I don't have them in any particular order. So let's get started. A lot of them are going to be based on strategies or tips that people ask me about. What are your 3 toughest dining reservations to get? A lot of my dining videos, I do mention these quite a bit, but Be Our Guest is definitely one of the hardest ones to reserve, especially for dinner. And a tip for that is to try to go to it toward the end of your trip, just because when you book 180 days before, people will be booking those in the beginnings, and so when it's your turn to book 180 days, those will already be booked. Same with like Anna and Elsa fast passes. You'll want to try to get those further at the end of your trip too, because everyone else going just a day or 2 before you may have already booked those first few days. So Be Our Guest dinner, I'd say, is number 1. Number 2, Cinderella's Royal Table for breakfast especially. People like to get into the parks early. And then my third one I would say is Chef Mickey's. Because they now offer the brunch offering, it's not very difficult to get that time period, but the primetime breakfast is really difficult to get for Chef Mickey's. Is a parade or fireworks show worth a fast pass? Having gone so many times, I just personally feel that I would not use a fast pass for a fireworks or parade. But for my clients who have never gone before, first time, they have younger kids, then they want a great view, I do suggest it. If you're going to be going to Magic Kingdom for more than one day, spend one of your days doing fast passes in the evenings and getting the Main Street Electrical Parade and Wishes fast passes, and then your other day can be more of the prime attractions for fast pass. But it's just up to you and your family if it is a huge deal, but I would say that Wishes is probably the best fireworks show right now, so that one would be a great fast pass use if you want to have that prime hub location. It can be kind of crowded in the hub, but another thing is I tend to tell people you can see the fireworks from anywhere, so if you want to save it for a ride, do that. Same with parades, the routes tend to be long, so you can find any spot for that, but if it's just up to your family, that's like a more of an opinion question, but personally, unless it's your first time, I say no on that. How do I get the Magic Band with the characters on them? Well, the ones that come for free with your Disney package when you do book through a travel agent or through Disney will be the solid colors, which now feature purple, if you guys have seen my Facebook page. Insane news, I went in instantly and changed my Magic Band to purple for this July. But you can go to the Disney store online and order ones with characters, and then you can link those to your My Disney Experience account. There's a number on the back of the Magic Band that just syncs up to it. You can buy them while you're at the parks with characters on it and then link them, but you cannot get them included in your Disney packages. Those will be solid colors. So if you do order one online, you will get both. You'll get the solid and then your other one, and they'll both be linked to your reservation. How much are fast passes? This and the Magic Band, how much those cost, is a frequent question. Fast passes are free with your Disney Parks ticket. So you don't have to pay extra to get those 3 per day. And some people ask, do you have to pay for additional ones? Disney will allow you to get 1 additional one once you use your first 3. And then after using that 4th, you can get another, and so on. And I think 6 is the limit. We have never used more than 4, just because by the time we're at that 4th one, many of the attractions are out of fast passes. So it's no point to use a fast pass for something with a 0 wait. So we just keep going around the parks as normal. Universal Studios, which is a question that I get as well, is do I book that? I do not. I have visited many times, so I am able to help you and point you in the right direction if there are any questions you have about that, in addition to your Walt Disney World vacation. And they have a front and line pass situation, so that's why I think that question comes into play often. Guests want to know, because at Universal you can pay extra for that and get in front of all the lines, except for some of the Harry Potter stuff, which is the main reason people visit anyway. So Disney does not offer anything like that. You just get the 3 for free, and then later you can start using more, but you do not have to pay for your fast passes. Disneyland still uses the paper fast passes where you go to the attraction and get a time to return. So they don't have magic bands yet, and those you don't pre-plan for. You can just have to go up to the attraction like it used to be back in the day at Walt Disney World. When can I book my trip for 2017? The way that Disney books packages, you have to wait until those 2017 prices are released, which typically are in July. And if you are interested in using my planning services, I do have an ongoing 2017 list already started. So just shoot me your email address and I'll add you to that list, and we'll contact you the minute I find out about when those prices are going to be released. However, Disney does allow a basic package to be booked 499 days before you plan to arrive. So if you think you're going to be going within a year from now, we can start talking and book the room and then add the tickets and the dining later when those 2017 prices are released. That's beneficial if you want to have extended time to pay for your trip. We can do the $200 deposit and then continually make payments from now until that trip, which is 30 days before you check-ins when that is due. So I have had some 2017 already contact me that are planning to go within the year from now. So it is possible to book 2017 before those are released. So if you are interested in getting that done super quick, shoot me an email. When is Sorne and Frozen going to be complete? And I can throw in the new Animal Kingdom show as well. When is that going to be complete? The River of Light show is going to be starting April 22nd. Frozen stuff we've heard is just spring 2016. It's really vague on when that's opening, and the main thing from that is there's going to be the new ride at Epcot, taking place in Maelstrom, and then there's going to be a new meet and greet at Epcot too, so maybe Anna and Elsa meet and greets at Magic Kingdom won't be so crowded. And then Sorne, it just is only saying summer right now, so we're still anticipating that to be hopefully early summer. I'll be there in July. That's one of my big hopes, is to ride the brand new Sorne, which is around the world. So different locations than the original. With the Rivers of Light at Animal Kingdom, there are going to be fast pass opportunities for that, as well as some dining options. So be on the lookout for that news on my Facebook page. This totally matches my outfit. I don't know why I didn't wear it earlier. When is free dining typically offered? Free dining is going to be a fall promotion for the most part. For the 3 years that I've been doing this, all the free dining has been in the fall. So September all the way up to through December at sometimes. It does not include the holidays, so Christmas is normally excluded. And a lot of dates in October are also excluded. So if you are trying to get the free dining promotion and you're able to take your kids out of school to visit Disney at this time, highly encouraged. The discount is great. And sometimes with the deluxe resorts, they have a room promotion that's almost more valuable than the free dining. So check into that too to see which one will be a better fit. And so if you are unsure which dates you want to book, what I do with some of my clients, and I can do for you as well, is to book just in the September or October that you wish, and then once free dining is released, we can discuss moving the dates to make sure they fit. Because we are completely unsure as to what dates would be released for free dining, and we don't want to just say, and steer you in the wrong direction. So MickeyTravels agents want to make sure that you are aware that there is a chance free dining won't be released. We don't know the dates. but we will try our best to make sure you get the free dining. So we will move around anything for you and get what you need. You can check historically online to see when free dining was released to also see that pattern too. When is the best time to visit Disney World? And I think I answered this on my last video, but I always have just 2 things to mention on that. Avoid the summers and avoid the holidays. So crowd-wise, you're looking January, early February. Spring, you want to avoid spring break and Easter. All summer months are going to be crowded. Sorry, I mean, that's when everyone visits, but I always say I go every year during the summer. You just got to know how to plan around it. And then in the fall, you want to avoid Thanksgiving and Christmas. But because Disney does offer that free dining typically, that just is kind of a hint to entice people to come, so the crowds are a little lower then. Just be aware that early September is still very, very warm. I'm staying off property. What does that get me? Well, first off, I stayed off property for the majority of my younger years when I was going to Disney with my family, and then once I discovered the on-property experience, I don't think I'll ever go back. There is so much that you miss out on if you are staying off property. It may be more beneficial price-wise, but once you do lay everything out and realize what you are getting because you're staying on property, it is totally worth it. Things that you won't be getting, you are not able to get the dining plan off property. You do have to drive unless you do get a location with the free shuttle. You do have to pay for parking, and you won't be able to take advantage of the extra magic hours and the free transportation to and from the airport. And you don't get magic bands. That's one that people ask. They have to buy their own magic bands if staying off property. If you have larger families, I completely understand it's easier for you to stay off property and just work your way around it. But if at all possible and it's in your budget, I highly encourage to try to stay on property just for the convenience of not having to worry about anything and being catered to your every need and food already being paid for. So if you do need a price breakdown, I can sit down with you and figure out if it's worth it in the long run. But all clients that have contemplated both that I've worked with are completely satisfied once they do choose to stay on property. They do have value properties that are very comparable to ones that are really close to the Disney property that are right outside the gates. So very comparable in price. And the last question I have, which is very exciting for me, because I'm a dork, is Disney Quest closing? It's not right now. They told us, 2016 is when they were going to close Disney Quest for a new NBA experience, but that has fallen through at this point, and I think it's going to be open up through the fall of 2016. So you may not see it on your Water Park Fun and More option listed, but we've been told, cast members said it can be still included in that. So if you wanted to visit, Disney Quest is one of your Water Park Fun and More options along with the water park. Check that out. Really cool stuff because, again, the Water Park Fun and More is worth it if you use at least 2 of the options. So if you visit the water park twice, Water Park once, and Disney Quest once, it's completely worth it in the price. If you're only going to visit the water park one day, you can just pay for the water park ticket out of pocket just to save you some money. But we are going to Disney Quest this summer, so I'll let you know how it is. I've never been. It's located in Disney Springs. It's an arcade, and my husband and I are big video game geeks, so we're going to go check that out. So I'll give you my review of that. And so hopefully maybe it'll stay open a little longer. So if you're going within the next 6 months, it's still open for you, so go check it out. They are keeping it kind of under wraps that it is kind of still open. You just got to know who to talk to. All right, any other questions you have, just let me know. Thanks for sticking around and subscribing to my channel. Interested in my free... If you're interested in my free planning services, please contact me. My info is below. If you've already booked and you're looking for some assistance and it's been less than 30 days since you booked your trip through Disney, you can contact me too. We can still work things out and I can be your agent. Have a magical day. I'll talk to you all really soon. Bye.